How are we doing, everyone? It's Stickwork with MaddenSchool.com, bringing you another Madden 19 gameplay. Today we're on the salary cap version of our gameplays, and alongside me, as always, I got Stick Hype in the booth with me. Stick Hype, how you doing?
Doing great. Glad to be here. I'm excited for another gameplay edition, especially in salary cap. These are always fun, competitive games. I don't know if we've played or if you've played Anarchy at all, but they showed his team beforehand, and he's got some pretty skilled players, so it should be a lot of fun.
Definitely would be a fun contest. Looks like he's going to probably try to come out trying to run the ball.
Yeah, establish that run game and then get the passing going once you commit more to the run, but hopefully we can just stop it early and get the ball back.
Yeah, and so he is on a gun ace slot offset look, kind of something similar that I'm going to be attacking him with on when I get on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, very, very similar, actually. So, I mean, I can't fault either person for it. It's one of the better offenses out, if not the best right now, so you got to run what works, and that's what we're going to see here. As he has the Le'Veon. The Le'Veon is the 92 power-up card, so definitely a threat at any point when he touches the ball.
I think he got inbounds there. I really wish it gave me the click on sooner with the Rod Woodson.
Yeah, and then Matt Stafford is the Q. He's the 90 overall. I don't know if it was a power-up or not. I think it might have been.
I think it was a power-up.
Yeah, so power-up. Matt Stafford 90 as Le'Veon takes the carry and rumbles forward for 2. And so what do you're pretty much staying in the nickel.
Nickel normal and nickel 3-3-5 odd will probably be what you see me in the majority of this.
Yeah, a lot of playmakers on the field. Stafford drops back. Has a 3 receiver set.
Got clicked on there, unfortunately, on the defensive tackle. Trying to make a last-second adjustment.
So we'll kind of live with those. Obviously, not the greatest start to defense here, but at the same time, it gets harder and harder once you get closer to the end zone.
It definitely does. Kind of gets real stingy down there and real tough to score.
So 1st and 10. Hasn't had the success I don't think he wanted to out of the run game. Honestly, non-existent. But when you're throwing for 20 or 25 yards, it ends up hurting
the passing game so far has made up for it.
Yeah. But typically, that's what you want to do is come out and stop somebody's run so they're uncomfortable and you're forcing them to throw.
Fletcher Cox, heck of a play out of the young man.
Yeah, shedding it and getting in there and tackling one of the better backs in the league.
Yeah, nice wrap-up, and that's really what we've been preaching every day so far this week in practice.
I'd like to see Le'Veon maybe play in the NFL this year, so if they could get that figured out.
I'd like him to get back for one of my fantasy teams, because if not, it's going to get weird in that league.
Yeah, could be in panic mode for sure.
I'm already in panic mode, to be honest with you.
So Matt kind of redirecting the offense, does step back and gets the time, even though they send 5 or 6.
Again, I got the strip in there, but again, it did not let me click on and cut the ball off. I really feel like that should have been a pick right there.
Yeah, the offensive line doing their job though. I mean, sent a pretty good blitz and nobody decided that they wanted to fight. So 3rd and 10 though, huge at a 32. So he's looking at a 49-yarder if he doesn't pick up yards here.
I'm gonna burn a timeout. I kind of messed up my defensive adjustments there, and it's a pretty big play, so kind of want.
Yeah, and in the first half, I don't think the timeouts are as valuable as they could be in later in the game.
And gets the spin move. So, I don't know. High ball, that worked out for him.
Yeah, and I mean, in the first drive of the game, that's kind of when you're expecting people to score if they're going to score. So, we kind of know that his run game, for whatever reason, hasn't been there. So, if he continues like that in the game, might be able to pick up a couple things while he's going to that passing attack and maybe grab a turnover.
Yeah, I just need to play a little bit more coverage defense, too. Kind of noticing that he's just kind of hiking and kind of just picking a receiver and throwing it to them. Because if you kind of noticed on that play, that wasn't even really the receiver that was actually open. Like, he was open, and it was a good pass and everything, but the running back was wide open, and that's who I would have assumed he would hit there, and actually didn't. So, I don't know, in my mind, it makes sense to play a bit more coverage defense.
So Bosa?
Next
J.J.
time.
Watt.
Yeah, J.J. Watt busting on in there.
That's a big guy. So, as you see Stickwork coming out in this 2 tight end set, definitely helps in the running game, I feel like, a lot, having those big bodies in there. As we do have A, and the safety came... Oh, Tyreek.
He dropped it.
No, he didn't.
I don't know why he's pausing
paused.
the game. He never had a chance to pick that. The safety should have never even came over.
No, he was wide open. I mean, the safety, I guess, has, good amount of speed, but still.
Yeah, regardless, I was never being a pick there, so I don't know what he's mad about there.
Yeah, that's kind of Madden lingo for that. That's crap.
Yeah,
when you pause the game.
Lucky, but don't pause my game, sir.
No, or. So we do get a nice little playmaker there to Tyreek, and he can't pick it up. So 4th and 1, gotta go.
Gotta go.
Not even a hesitation out of the head coach. And right back to the bunch. So a huge play early in this first quarter. Or late in this first quarter, but early in this first half. Tyreek Hill making
bad read by me, but bad user by him too, because he obviously didn't press the button.
Yeah, and I mean, in the 4th and 1 with pressure coming in, you got to make a play, and that's exactly what Tyreek Hill did.
Yeah, and the thing was, he got stuck on the line, so I didn't even really get to see his user. And we're gonna test Fuller; he's faster. Oh, and just a little overthrown. So we had a look we wanted there. That could have definitely went for a big play.
Yeah, I mean, 2 for 4 right now with 13 yards, but Vic could be, 1 for 1 really with 84 yards, so, or 80 yards. So that's the flats. You take what you can get, and O.J. Howard actually ends up making a play, making it a 3rd and short.
So good fight out of O.J. And just
honestly, yeah, those big bodies on the field too. It's nice having them on there to not only catch the high balls, but be able to make those short passes. And a little one-hander now he's showing off for the kids at home.
You think maybe the cheerleaders had something to do with it?
Yeah. No, I have seen OJ peeking over there.
He was looking at a couple pre-game.
Yeah, still a young guy. I can't even blame him. Fresh out of college. As Vic throws it away there, so nothing hurt. Really could have been worse. Definitely don't want to take that sack and have a 2nd and 20. So Vic driving back. His user kind of got lost there. I don't know if he wanted to blitz or what.
Back to the flats. He's kind of leaving the flats open, or wide open all game.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it'd be nice to hit bigger chunks, but if your defender's going to leave the flats open all game, you got to just continue to hit it now.
Yeah, you just got to keep taking what the defense gives you, and you're eventually going to move the ball down the field.
So to start this second quarter, Stickwork down 7, but driving in this 3rd and short. Another big play for the offense.
Just absolutely no blocking there, and that's going to take me out of field goal range. For whatever reason, they just completely missed the assignment there.
Yeah, Miles Jack just ran in free. I don't really understand that one. Not a lot you can do there when they just run straight in. None of the routes even really got to finish.
No
they didn't even get to their break.
And
so 4th and 13. I mean, not the easiest one to pick up, but it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, definitely kind of need it, and I'm going to burn the timeout just to make sure with the kind of short play clock and salary cap, I want to get a play set up that I'm comfortable with and that I think can pick me up this first down, which I know he's going to blitz from the right side, or he's going to attempt to. He might actually drop back into coverage here.
So motioning out Moss to the right. Vic has time in the pocket. Finds Moss, with a hot one all the way down to the 5, and that's why they call him stick work.
And that is a beautiful pass, ladies and gentlemen.
No, you can't ask for much more out of Vic there as he stayed composed in the pocket. And that was a big thing, too. I think he did send 5. Your lineman did the job, but you trusted him to do the job, too, and didn't run around.
Yeah, stayed in the pocket. Sometimes you got to have that pocket presence. And
Zeke going to finish it off. Put him up for Jaguars and stick work, and we got a tie ball game. So,
and that's something that a lot of just casual players don't really understand, that having good pocket presence is something that can really take your game to the next level. So basically, like if you are dropping back too far or having bad pocket presence, you're actually going to create more pressure on yourself by doing that than if you have good pocket presence and you can step up in the pocket. That's going to allow those outside blitzers to not get to you. But if you drop back, say 10 to 15 yards, those cornerbacks or linebackers are going to have a free shot at the quarterback. And was that the double spin there?
That was the double spin. Never really see that much in real life, but I guess we're going to use that one here. I completely agree with what you're saying. I think that pocket presence as a Madden player can be just as important. I mean, a little less important, but just as important as some of your stick on certain plays.
Yeah.
I mean, without the pocket presence, plays don't develop, and you really are running around too much. You're making plays on the run, and you're going to have a lot more turnovers that way. So being able to get comfortable in the pocket and not make mistakes is huge. There's a nice click on there. Could have been a big gain, and only gets 4 for Matt.
Yeah, and also a possibility of a fumble by getting that tackle.
Yeah.
Didn't get one there, but
definitely like to hit the quarterback whenever you get a chance.
Oh, yeah. A little bit outside noise.
So Matt, with the 3 receivers left, does drop back on 2nd and 6, has plenty of time, and does find the receiver out there and tries to get sticky. I mean, that's just mashing B at that point.
It really is.
That's not... I guess it works, though, so you can't be too mad at it.
So now we know to just play the deeper coverage.
Yeah, I mean, he's either running the ball or looking for something out there. Haven't seen him check down too often.
No, he really hasn't. And that's, kind of weird that he honestly has no routes going short, usually.
So we got him all pretty D'd right now. And he leaves the playmaker because his zone runs out. But
somebody's just got to get in.
Yeah.
I played coverage D there, but somebody's got to get a shed. We got too many guys to not get a shed.
No, I completely agree. Great, honestly, perfect defense. Everything was covered the entire way, but 15 seconds on defense is an eternity.
It's just too much. And
so
again, we have the run game completely bottled.
Yeah, and that's huge. I mean, we're forcing his hand to throw the ball, and right now it's working out. But I mean, one play and it could swing the momentum. So the double run, not a bad play call, but still good D, and we got a 3rd long. So he does have Moss manned up. Landry by himself, but you think the zones could pick up that. He does hit the little mini curl. And picks up a big first down for him there. Minute 12 left, so the clock's going to continue dripping. Whether or not he gets in or if Stickwork has time, if he does get the 3, is all going to be a big part of this game. As finally the run lanes open up, and I mean, you'll take that for it. It's really the only run that's gained yards, so you can't be too mad at it. Obviously, it's a touchdown, so it's unfortunate, but
yeah,
that's probably
blocking though.
Yeah, perfect blocking, and that's probably 12 carries for 20 yards, and all
really
of them
is.
being on that play. But a minute left and a timeout, so a little bit of hope to get some points heading into half and get a little momentum on the Jaguars and Stigwork side. Corey's got a lane. Straight through the middle, baby. Up the gut. Give it to me, the 30, the 20, the 10. See ya. What was he doing?
Touchdown, Corey Grant.
I thought you might have ended up falling over with the one unfortunate kind of ran into your own blocker, but
You know, Corey stayed on his feet.
Nice.
Corey's a fighter, and that's what we preach. We got more heart.
somebody missed an assignment.
Somebody's got to stay in their lane.
Yeah, but I mean that helps. So definitely a lot of momentum. Kind of a shot to the heart of Anarchy, and as long as we can kind of keep him in front here, maybe even a fumble. So 44 seconds. We do know that he's had the passing game though, so this isn't necessarily going straight into half. The passing game's been there, so Stickwork's gonna have to pull out a couple plays and kind of look for another stop. Now you changing anything up here?
Just kind of going to a dollar look just to get better personnel on the field.
Oh,
come on, that's a Steve.
Jump.
I don't know if you want to let the fans know what a Steve is.
Yes,
that's that.
Stevie Wonder was not he was blind. So when you throw a Steve, typically it's interception or a bad pass. Short for Steve. But that one was not a good one. I mean, granted, the throw was up a little bit, but right into coverage as he kind of got away with one there, and that could have easily turned into points for Stickwork. And now it starts to fall apart. So with 33 seconds left, a third and very long. You're not electing to call a timeout here. Is that just because you kind of respect his deep threats a little bit?
Nah, you kind of talked me into calling a timeout. Wasn't going to do it because I honestly expected him to be dumb enough to just come out in a pass play quick and let me save my timeout. But he didn't.
So, yeah, all gas, no breaks out of Stickworks defense here. Looking for a punt, maybe even a turnover. And they do get there. No fumble, but definitely got the defense feeling good going into half as this guy should let it drip.
Yeah, he's going to let it drip, and we're going to have a tie game going into half. I assume he's going to try to just break one here with 1 second, maybe.
Oh, run the ball.
Yeah.
So the special teams, we don't really get to talk about that much in the gameplay. It's usually just run it out to the 30, get tackled, but a huge play and Stickwork kind of making the name evident there.
Yeah, and we do get the ball at half, so that is huge. And so essentially with how the clock ended up working out.
Will he do it again, though? Oh, the
baby.
middle is just wide open. So another good return. Good field position for the Jags at the 31. And looking to put some more points up for sure here.
100%. And Zeke told me at halftime, he said, Coach.
You got to feed me.
He said, Coach, give me the ball.
They're too little.
And let me go to work.
I think he said they're too little on that other team.
And you know what I said back to him?
What'd you say?
I looked Zeke dead in the eyes and I said, clear eyes, full hearts.
Can't lose, baby. Can't lose. You've been watching too much Friday Night Lights. I'm about to cut you off.
Oh, it's the greatest show on earth. If you guys haven't watched Friday Night Lights,
definitely recommend it. It's unfortunately not available on MaddenSchool.com, but definitely a great show for when maybe the internet goes down. You can buy it on DVD. As Zeke finally gets stopped a little bit there, but you got to keep feeding him there. 1st and 10. I mean, he could. The last couple plays, he's been doing everything he could. So 2nd and 10, 3:12 left, plenty of time, and we'll see what Stickwork decides to do here.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a passing concept that I personally like to do, and we're going to see how it plays out for us.
We do have A again.
Oh,
Finally
and he got
gets
it
the
out
hot
there,
one.
baby. And O.J. Howard takes us all the way down to the 4-yard line. And, you know, Zeke is a little tired right now. I cannot lie to you.
Yeah, that's dark red.
So what we're going to do is we're actually going to sub in Vernon. And we're going to go with the fullback power.
Definitely a good play. And I mean, we've had that one a couple times now this game. Finally,
Yeah.
Vic can drop it in there
And here's
perfectly.
for the people watching. We're going to motion Zeke out. He knows I like going to Zeke, but it's actually going to be a run.
Yep.
And
Works
you
out
know,
perfect.
a little trickery, and we'll fake it out. And Vernon Davis, hopefully he's on your fantasy team because he's putting up some numbers today.
So 21-14, a huge swing, and I mean it all started with that special teams play, but a perfect drive there. 5 plays, 69 yards, very nice, and a minute 31, so you can't be too mad at it.
Very, you know, that put us in a great spot to win, and also puts the pressure entirely on his back now. He's down 7. He's doing a little too much with the spinning there.
Yeah, no
Like,
kidding.
it's actually losing him yards, and it's also making him more prone to fumble.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously the spin's going to usually beat the first guy, the first juke, but once you're spinning 2 or 3 times, I think it's just getting dangerous.
It's a little
You're gonna-
unnecessary.
Yeah, and you're going to end up coughing the ball most times. Got him.
And I knew he was going to do that again. I was kind of baiting that. Almost feel bad for the guy.
Yep, so game is obviously not over yet, but you look, if Stigwork gets points here, we definitely could have a positive outcome on this one. For the guy that you're usering, not that I can say his name right now, but obviously his overall is a lot lower. We haven't really talked about that at all, but...
Yeah, it's actually, I don't know how to say his name. It's actually the Falcons linebacker,
Alukwe, maybe? We're not sure, but regardless... He's a 68 overall, but starting in this, obviously, because salary cap makes things different. And with the speed and height factor, I mean, he makes plays for you.
Yeah, and actually, when I use the Falcons in just regular teams, he's actually the linebacker I use to user, even though they got, like, Deion Jones and linebackers like that are very talented.
Well, yeah, and that's the difference, too. I think that, you know, some of the not as competitive players want to use the cool players with great overalls. The thing is, their zone coverage and their man coverage ratings are so good that they're going to be able to lock up some of the players without you even having to click onto them. So you can have less responsibilities as your user and make the plays that your user needs to make.
Yeah, exactly. And so I got a guy that's very fast, very tall, that I can run around with. That's going to do the exact same thing no matter who I'm using it.
Correct. And granted, being a 68 overall, he might miss a tackle in the game, but with the amount of field that he's covering play in and play out, it ends up being worth it overall through the course of the game. See if we can get a playmaker here, or if Vic can do something. And oh my!
Why
goodness.
was Zeke looking the wrong way?
Don't take 6 points from us.
I feel like Zeke was just looking the wrong way.
No,
there,
I know. He should have caught the ball, ran to the end zone, gone and jumped into the little pot of gold or whatever he does. Jeez, it's the beard, man. He's got to shave it. It's too much. All right, so 3rd and 10.
We're just gonna make a safe call here.
Exactly. I mean, you want 7, and the play has a chance for 7 if we break.
Oh
no!
Oh!
So 4th and 1. Gonna let it tick to the 4th quarter, but as a smart player, you just can't go for this because either way, it's 2 possessions, and another 7 would have been nice, but. Definitely a good drive, a huge turnover, and going into the start of the 4th quarter up 10 is exactly where you want to be.
Yeah, exactly. You just want to be up 2 possessions, and barring a blocked field goal,
Yeah,
that's
that's
what we're
sticky
gonna do.
there. His user just completely whiffed. That's the only knock I can really have on him so far is that's been the difference. I think he has decent plays and a decent scheme. I think yours is a lot better, but he just hasn't really made plays with his user.
Yeah, and also the difference is the plays he's running I've adjusted to. The plays I've been running he has not adjusted to.
He's coming out in the same defense that he did from play 1 to play 25.
Yeah, and you can just kind of see how the scoreboard reflects that. Just everything about the game. He's scored, his 14 points, I think, in the 1st quarter, and then hasn't scored since, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, and both of them were kind of one-play hits where he didn't even have to go to the red zone. Wow, a risky pass, but it ends up working out for him there. Again, a lot of time back there. Have you thought about heating him up at all, or just still kind of playing this? I guess the coverage D got you the pick
Coverage
last time.
D did get me the pick, but I do need to start mixing some things up a little bit.
Yep.
And we are going to send an extra guy here.
That's not what you want. Send an extra guy, and they don't get in there.
That's unfortunate by me because I was actually baiting that route
Just didn't
but
get there
I just
in
didn't
time.
get there in time, so I give up a big play that I really should not have given up. Completely my fault. But that's a mistake that you really can't afford to make.
Right, so keeping out of the end zone is huge here, but kind of a tough, tall order right at the 1. But we do get an unfortunate drop there, or a fortunate drop. And 2nd and goal.
Yeah, and I actually almost lurked that.
Yeah, didn't get the animation. But at the 1, it's kind of, you're picking whether or not he runs because you have to commit to one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Because he does run there and a great user. Can't ask much more, so now he's got a lot of thinking to do. 3rd and goal at the 3. The clock's ticking.
Oh, it's going to get stingy down here for sure.
So far, the play of the game here. Stafford with the bunch. Drops back, has time. A lot of bodies in the end zone, and they're coming. Come here.
Come on, Shaq.
Stafford's breaking tackles. Oh my god.
Shaquem, he's got the heart, but sometimes we'll miss a tackle.
Shades of Muhammad Ali there as he plays the rope-a-dope and gets out of there. But fortunate enough, he doesn't get the perfect pass off as he gets hit. So 4th and goal.
And he really should just take
the
3 here. It doesn't make sense to go for this, really.
Yeah, gameplay tip. I mean, you're guaranteed 3 here. You have to get it at some point. So you just get it here and then play 1 defense and try to get a touchdown. As he does get the touchdown and make us eat our words. So a good play call. I still like the field goal more because, I think that play on 4th and goal is 50-50 whether you're getting it, if not less.
And I don't know why my linebacker didn't play that. I shaded him up. I thought he was going to play it. So I thought I had it covered, but it wasn't.
Regardless, he still has to get a stop and score.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just more risk, higher risk than reward there because you're still down a possession.
And if you don't get it, the game's over.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It is over.
Yeah, the game's over if he doesn't get that, but I guess just maybe he had a play in mind, and I guess if you know you're going to get it, then go for it. Zeke breaks to the outside one more time, fights forward. Those are big yards. It's going to take us all the way down to the 2. Why did that not chew?
I don't know. Sometimes it does that. But yeah, so far big running out of Zeke and timely passes out of Michael Vick this game. I don't even know if we've thrown many incompletions.
No, really the only incompletions were streaks that were open. And whether or not our guy didn't get there, I think Fuller had one that was right to him.
Oh, yeah, he didn't get his hands up.
And he didn't get his hands up.
A little bit overthrown.
The first drive to the tight end, again wide open. But the safety made the good play. But overall, yeah, great game by Vic. Zeke is, again, my player of the game because he's had some timely runs as well. Some big 3rd down and 4th down. I don't know about any 4th down, but what's going on? Why would that happen?
I accidentally motioned Moss a little bit too far.
I didn't know that could even happen.
Yeah. I normally never do that. That's just dumb by me.
So still
unfortunate.
144 and ticking, though, so would love to pick up a 1st down here. As Vic does have time. Finds the drag. Randy can't break the tackle, and you do see the Broncos and Anarchy call a timeout.
And I'm going to personally go for this. I just personally think I can get it.
Yep.
And you could argue either way to punt here or to go for it. Probably punting is the smarter play. But essentially if I get this 1st down, it's over.
So going for the jugular here, Vic with 3 receivers and the 2 backs in the backfield as they send the heat, gets it out to Zeke, and he just can't make the play this time. Unfortunate. I mean, one-on-one tackle, you think the juke works like it does every other time there, but so here we go.
So
at the
tackle.
30, in field goal range right now. If he doesn't get any yards, he's at the 47. So it's really or not if either he makes a mistake and turns the ball over, or he wants to play it safe and take this one into overtime. As you do see a pass play with Stafford. The pressure is coming. Wow.
Just gets it away.
I don't understand how they can't get it to him. What's Stafford's 40 time? It can't be good.
Can't be quick.
You know, I'm sure he's maybe a little bit elusive, some good pocket presence, but somebody's got to get there one time. So coming out passing, I guess he's looking for the win here. See playmakers up. Plenty of time, and Stafford does run right up.
That's crazy that they actually did not get a tackle animation there.
Yeah, he ran right through the line. Usually they stick their paws out and bring him down. So this is the sweaty time in the red zone at the 15.
And what is my safety doing? But just like that, this whole game has shifted now.
Yeah, an absolute swing. Really, the only good news is 3 timeouts, and you know you've been able to move the ball unless, you know, you snap the ball into the receiver.
Yeah.
So,
looking back, that's actually was a really big play now.
Yeah. So down 4. A couple decisions, whether they're questionable or not, they just didn't work out. I mean, if they work out, this game's over, but 52 seconds to 3 timeouts, looking for a W.
And, you know, it's been done before.
Vic has time. Vic has Fuller. Oh.
What?
The cornerback turns into the safe or the receiver there? How does that happen? The ball's over his head.
Jump that high. Dude, come on, man.
So looking for anything here. I mean, need a turnover.
It's looking
not the best
dark.
fourth quarter. Could have played it better for sure. Didn't pick up any first downs that we really needed, and then kind of had to chuck one up. So hopefully this gives us a life, and we can maybe get a stop here. There will be time left if no first downs are picked up, or we get a fumble there when he gets crushed.
Absolutely crushed there.
Yeah. And the Heat gets there. So, gonna have decent field position, actually. I mean, with 31 seconds, you're probably looking at 4 plays if they all stay inbounds. Getting a couple 20-yard, 30-yard plays and getting out of bounds. And I think that
He does punt this one inbounds to Corey Grant, though.
it was already made an absolute difference. And he gets outside. He's got room. He's at the 40s at midfield. Can he turn the corner? No. We have great field position with 18 seconds. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought there was no hope. I thought there was no life. But sometimes that light comes out of the end of the tunnel, and Stickwork gets an opportunity here with 18 seconds to make history. Pressure gets in quick. Not the worst thing. I think it's honestly worse if he gets tackled inbounds there.
100% worse. And he better not man up that left side again, is all I'm going to say. Oh, and he did.
Fuller, make one play. Make one play, Fuller! Make one play!
That is an absolute dot. That tell him not to man up that guy again.
Don't do it. He said don't do it, and what did you do? What did you do, Anarchy? You did it.
What an absolute turn of events.
Wow.
When all hope looked
All
lost.
hope was lost. This would have been one of the first games I've seen Stickwork lose in quite a while. We're probably going to have to delete the gameplay footage. And you guys just got one of the best gameplays that I think I've ever been a part of. So I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as we did. Barring an absolute atrocity here on the kickoff. Stickwork's going to get out of here with the dub.
And wasn't a pretty one.
No, it was not.
It was a pretty one early on.
I mean, yeah, you did everything right other than decision making, and the decision making wasn't necessarily wrong. That's just football. I mean, sometimes you got to make.
I made a call
and it
didn't work. But we kept fighting. And that's what I love about my team. I've preached it earlier.
Real quick, what play was that? You got that somewhere? You can't be giving that one away for free, so never mind. You guys might want to go on MaddenSchool.com if you're looking for the old 12-second end the game beaters as he goes on the ground game here. Clock expires, and the Jaguars get out of there with a W. It's been an absolute pleasure for me. Stickwork, your final thoughts?
Just a wild game, and you can't get too down on yourself when you make a bad play or a bad play call, because obviously I did get down on myself there for a second when I went for it on 4th and it didn't work out. Then I immediately gave up a score. Then immediately after that threw a pick. But like you saw, kind of even after that, I kind of kept fighting because I had the 3 timeouts. The game obviously wasn't over, even though it was looking dark and dim. But so we came up with the stop, got a big sack, got a nice punt return, and I noticed on the play beforehand, like I said, don't man up that left side again, and I know I have a man beater like that, and I saw immediately that he was manned up, and we were going to take our one-on-one chances, kind of like what Ryan Fitzpatrick and Mike Evans were saying in their post-game. They like their chances with the one-on-one balls with no safety help.
Yeah,
and it worked out. Will Fuller, and it also, I intentionally put Will Fuller over there because if you notice that's my kind of least go-to receiver. I got Tyreek Hill and Randy Moss. I had them on the other side of the field,
and I had Will. Really.
Exactly, I had Will Fuller isolated, and so if you notice, they kind of put the safety over top Randy Moss, who you would assume you're going to with the game on the line. But I trust all my players the same, and went to Will Fuller. But anyways, guys, it is Stickwork alongside Stick Hype, and we're from MaddenSchool.com, and I hope you enjoyed this gameplay.